session and I just started the recording. So, okay, can you guys see my screen? Can you guys hear me? No? Okay, perfect. So, uh, welcome to the session today, and we're going to talk about Agentforce wipes, which is like pretty trending topic right now. But before we start, I think I'm going to put the forward-looking statement that tells you that whatever product decisions or purchase decisions which you're going to make, that should be based on the current products available in the market. This is a Dikshit, you guys already know. I've been running this group for more than 5 years now. And then we have Jessinia and also we have Aisha. They are the co-group leader with me right now. And you will be seeing them a lot too. Because I think Aisha represented session uh, last, like 2 months ago. And then Aisha also presented a session before that. Um, so let's talk about Agentforce Vibe. So this is like something new, which we have seen last year. So basically, Salesforce has come up with this Agentforce Vibe to help developers. That includes multiple capabilities. One of them is like context-aware plan mode that understands your Salesforce schema, and it's very important and very easy for any developer, any admin or business administrative to just work on it and get their work done. Example, because it has the agentic code generation, sorry, that would let you generate Apex, HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and even more. It also provides you with the model context protocol MCP support with 20 plus included MCP tools. So MCP tools are very new in the market, which is connected with Agentforce, which we're going to talk about it in the next slides. Also, like it also provides you with the rollback changes checkpoints. That means whenever you are writing or talking to agent, and if you have committed few changes or if you have prepared a plan, you can even roll back them. Then also like you can have like agentic rules to tailor your agentic development. That is also one of the features. You can even prepare the test cases. You can run the test cases. It also provides you with code analysis feature that's good for security, performance, and then even the best practices. And the best thing is like we have the agentic bug resolution feature. Example, if you come across any bugs in your existing code, you can literally ask Agentforce Vibes to look into that and explain, or at you just need to provide the proper prompt that would let agent analyze the code, and it can even give you the resolution that okay, this is where the issue could be. Then also like we have the natural language DevOps and app deployment. That means you can literally deploy your code instead of writing commands to deploy your specific components. You can literally use natural language and deploy your code with Agentforce. So these are some of the basic features. I think we will dive more into them. But if you have any questions, anything, feel free to interrupt me anytime. So some of the basic use cases or simple use cases, I would say, uh, few simple use cases to get you started. One of them is like rapid prototyping. So this agent force right now is like best thing if you want to do some POCs, or if you want to test your ideas quickly, and if you want to create some MVP features to showcase your like executives or any clients. This is very very important, and this is very very beneficial feature because we I've used it recently, and for POCs this is awesome. You can even create new apps with few constraints right now, but eventually those will go away. Like example, like you can create new custom objects, relationships, page layouts, or even like complex Apex code logic pretty quickly. And as we say, like it has the agentic mode capabilities, so that will let you have conversational refactoring. So you can use the conversation coding to refactor the code. Example, like you can ask Agentforce, can you simplify this method? Right? Example, if you have a specific Apex class written, and that Apex class has, example, few methods, and imagine like that code has some issues, governor limit issue or any other stuff, which you think that if you can simplify that, that might benefit uh, your code or also like your project. Even you can do that. So you can literally ask Agentforce to, can you just simplify this method, and that will literally do it. I think we're going to see a demo about it, but these are some of the features. And also you can write Lightning Web Components with this. So you can literally ask your Agentforce saying that, okay, can you create a Lightning Web Component for me, or like create dynamic UI, or like forms, controllers, Apex classes, or any other component which you want. It's very easy to see, and it's very easy to implement. I've definitely seen the developers productivity has increased by more than 50-60% for sure. So this is what I was talking about. Like, we are right now we're talking about Agent Force vibes. So this is the extension available for our VS Code. So if you take a look at it on the right hand side, so this is the Agent Force vibe we have. You can literally give the command, or you can have a conversation with your Agent Force, and it can literally build whatever component you want or whatever issue you want to fix. So you can use Agent Force vibes agentic chat to get the programming help that you need. And next thing is like inline code autocomplete. I think we have seen this feature in the past too. So you can use like inline code auto completion feature to get the your Apex, Lightning Web Component, JavaScript, CSS, HTML code. So you can literally just write the you can just get started, and then agent will help you to write your next code. This is very important. Like right now, in the past, we had different features, but now natural language to code. This is what Agent Force is providing you. So what you can do is you can literally whatever ideas you have in your mind, you can just put them in words, and that will convert it to the actual agentic conversation and agentic code. So agent can literally write the code for you. You just need to understand where to use that code, and like if you want to expand that horizon, you can do that with proper prompts. So like you can transform your ideas into contextual and structured code with this natural language. So this is very very helpful for anyone. Example, if you have a BA in your company, and then if he wants to give you certain requirements, you can literally use those requirements, just copy paste into Agentforce, and it can literally build a really nice template for you to get started. Or in some cases, I've seen it has even wrote the full implementation. It has created Apex class for you, Lightning Web Component for you, or whatever, or it even guides you like, okay, in order to implement this particular feature, what features, what Salesforce features which you can use and implement that. And it also like empowers the developers of all levels. It's not like you have to have like great Salesforce development experience. Even any admin can do that, or low level code, or anyone literally, even the BS can use this and implement their requirements. And actually this has one thing I've definitely seen, like it is definitely accelerating application lifecycle and project timelines. So the task which you were used to do like maybe in one sprint, technically you can do it within few hours. So that's the kind of productivity we are looking here. And it has the MCP support to boost the developer experiences through our MCP tools, and that has the connection with Salesforce DX MCP server. So basically, if you look at the MCP is sit in the middle, and it can connect with multiple tools, like whatever SaaS app you have, Salesforce, you can connect with GitHub, because MCP is going to be the middleman, which is going to be supporting all these tools and which will have connection to others. If you want to have different MCP servers to be connected to your Agentforce, which you can do that. That means like as you say here, like we have a lot of MCP server available from public marketplaces which you can use. And another next part is like I think we have seen in the past, but it is definitely getting better day by day. We have like code analyzer integration. So what it does is it scans the large amount of code. It can find potential bugs and identify runtime efficiency error, because we have seen in the past, like when you write the code, and if there are any issues with the code, that those issues could be related to governor limits, or you didn't follow the best practices, it can literally do that for you. It just lets you analyze the code, and it can give you the guidance how this code can be converted to the different or a better way, I would say. And you will have an opportunity to accept or reject it. And if you want to reject that change, you can ask, or you can have a conversation with with the agent, saying that, okay, I want to build it this way, that way. So that will definitely help you out, and it will empower your development team with actionable insights, allowing for smarter decision making and code refinement. So, example, on right hand side, you can see that we've asked, like, can you please analyze this code? And then our agent has said that, okay, validate the CRUD operations before you do a SQL query. So this is very, very important and very easy. So one of the things is, like, you can have this in your DevOps process, that this code analyzer integration will be done before you move to the actual next stage in your DevOps. Example, like if you're trying to move it to UAT or production, you can have this code analyzer integration in between. So it's very easy, and I think it will avoid a lot of production issues and make your process even easier and streamlined. So now let's take a look at a small demo where we will see some of the features. Let me just see if I can share my screen. Hold on. I'll have to share my other screen. Okay, I'm gonna go to. Okay, can you guys see my screen here? Right, my VS Code. Okay, perfect. So, okay, cool. Thank you. So now let's see here. Right now, if you have VS Code installed on your machine, what you'll have to do is you'll have to get the extension for Agentforce, and this extension you can find it in your extension tab here. So what you'll have to do is you'll have to find the Agentforce extension, Agentforce web extensions, and install them. I've already installed them, so I don't need to. So example, right now it's there, so you can even install these ones, and that way what it will do is it will give you this particular icon here that's called as like Agentforce vibes, and it will tell you like let's vibe. So what we can do is here, this is the screen, this is where you're going to give your instructions, or that's how we're going to have conversation with your Agentforce vibe. And there are two actions here. One thing is like the plan and action mode. So in plan mode, the Agentforce will gather information to architect a plan. It won't take action. But in act mode, it will immediately complete the tasks which you have given it to them. So let's do the act mode right now, and let's just see if we can ask few questions, right? I mean, now let me check if I can do a few things. What? Okay, I want to see this. Okay, now like I can ask like a simple question, right? Right now, this uh, particular org which I have connected to, I'm gonna ask my agent for saying that what tell me what org I'm connected to. What org am I connected to, right? So this is very simple question. So I'm gonna ask agent force, and let's see how agent reacts to that. So basically, it's gonna use it can use the other queries, and it is asking you like we can use these commands to identify which org you're connected to, sf org display. So usually what you would do is you would just go to terminal and run this command. But what Agentforce did now, just now, it wrote the commands for you, and it is asking, okay, do you want me to run this command? That will give me the whole information. So basically, you didn't have to do anything. In the past, what you had to do is you had to write this command in the terminal, so that way it will give you the information. But now Agentforce found the command for you, and it's asking you, okay, do you have my permission to run this command? So I'm going to say run the command. So basically, it's Agentforce is running the command for me in the terminal. So that's what it is doing right now. Now, if we take a look, it's telling me that this is the org which I've connected to, and it's giving the instance URL. It's telling me the access token and everything. So so similar to this, you can have, or you can have any conversation, or you can write any commands which you like. Example, right? I mean, I can ask, let's just see here. I'm gonna see example, right now I have this particular class. I'm gonna ask Agentforce to write a test class for me. It used to take like hours to write test class, so let's just see if Agentforce can do that for me. Please write test class for this particular class. So now let's take a look. So it's processing the request. Now Agentforce is reading the file, this class. And now what it's doing is it's writing the code for me. So if you take a look at the right hand side, it is building the test class for you right now on the fly. And it analyzed the whole code because the code base already is in VS Code or local, and it knows where the code is. It's already connected to particular org. It can literally go through all org, and it's writing me a test class on right hand side right now. Imagine writing this test class by yourself. It used to take a lot of time, and now within just one command, you will have your test class ready. I mean, that's a big class actually, so that's why it's taking longer. But yeah, it all depends on what kind of data you're working with. So yeah, my test class is almost getting ready. It analyzed all the methods in my class, and I had like so many methods. So that's the reason it's taking longer right now, because it's trying to get to all the scenarios like positive, negatives. Okay, so now finally my class is ready. If you take a look at right hand side, this is how it looks. So basically it literally analyzed everything, and it created this test classes for me, like within just one command. And then you will have an opportunity to either save these changes or you can reject them. So if you reject them, it will reject the whole thing. But if you save them, and then Agentforce will save these changes, and you'll have the file ready. The only thing now you'll have to do is just save it to server, because this is still in your local. So so things like this are going to be really, really helpful.
The Salesforce.
Yes, yes, yeah. Feel free to join. Yeah. So yeah, so this how, like, we have like several features like this which will help you out with your day-to-day jobs. So these are some of the very, very basic commands which I gave. You can even give like different commands, like example, right? I mean, Agentforce knows all the components in your org. That's the basic feature. So I think like if you do at the rate, and if you just search for a particular file, you can tell Agentforce, okay, use this particular component, and I want to use this particular page, or I want to use this particular field. So the more concrete or like explicit prompts which you give to Agentforce, the better results you're gonna get. So example, right? I mean, if you want to write something, and if you want to, let's just see if I want to see object, right? So if you want to say like, please write a trigger on account object, which will take a look at specific field. So what you could do, you could just search for account, and you can just say, okay, please write a trigger. Let me just write it down. Please write a trigger on account object. So instead of, what I did was, instead of giving like just random name, I just picked specific object name here. So that way Agentforce knows what to look for. I mean, this is just for easier and like to get the better results out of it. So what I did was like, please write a trigger on this account object, and you can add whatever commands you want. Like example, anyone have any suggestions what we can write the trigger for? Any anything?
Every time a contact is added, you want to make a contact.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we could do that. I mean, we could even do that too. Or like right now, my trigger is on account, so like just so like, please update whenever the okay, when the name is changed, please update some field. Let me just
Address
find
field.
yeah, let me just find a particular field. Please update address field. Now it's going to ask me for more information. Let's see what it says now. So if you see here what it is saying me that I can create a bulkified account trigger when handler updates the address field. But what happened here in this case, the Agentforce has few questions, because we just gave randomly saying that please update the address. But it's asking me like, can I use a specific field, or can I just update the billing address from this? So these are the questions it asks. It doesn't want to take decisions for you, so it is giving you an opportunity to select particular field. So what is asking me, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to just say set the custom address field. Okay, so I'm just going to pick this. We don't have this field in our org, but I just picked it, and it's assuming that the field is there right now. If you see, it literally created this account address update dot trigger. So this is just the trigger. It even created a handler for us. So as soon as I save this, the next thing is gonna write is the handler. Now the if you see the previous, the address, the trigger was written. Now this is the handler. So Agentforce is literally writing a handler for you with all the implementation, whatever you see right now. So what it did was, it's saying like on before update, what it is doing is it wrote the code. Whenever this particular field is updated, it's going to update the address. So now if you take a look at this particular implementation, imagine if you had to write it by yourself, it would have taken a lot of time. So things like this, right? So which would definitely help developers to make their lives better, and you can spend your time on more or other productive things. So I think I want to stop here and see if you guys have any questions before we move forward. Let me just stop sharing and let me just share my other window. Let's see. Okay, so we just saw the demo. So anyone have any questions? We have a first master here. Yeah.
So, can the changes be made to the sandbox and then upload to production? Or
Yeah.
you have to do it in production?
That's actually a great question. So Salesforce DX, right? So with Agentforce, you have a capability to include your DevOps as well. So basically, you can literally add these commands in your org saying that, okay, please push these changes from this to this. So the more concrete commands which you give, the proper results you're gonna get. So that's why they're using MCP servers. So with those MCP servers, you can take all these actions with Agentforce. But yeah, as I said, things are evolving. So every day you're gonna see something new. But yeah, that is definitely possible. And right now, because right now, if you just saw, like we used the command to give the org I'm connected to. So what it did was it used the sfdx, and it wrote the command, and it gave me the information. Similarly, what you can say is please deploy my code. So what it's going to do is it's going to use sfdx, it's going to write that command and push all the code to whatever org you want. Yes, yeah, but it does have the connection to, yeah, it can connect with your deployment level components too. Yeah.
So if you don't have the DevOps, like it will connect directly to the production org directly from the Visual Studio.
If you want to, I mean, but I don't think you can take all the actions with it, but it can connect to production. But right now, I mean, it's all up to you, right? What you
Yeah.
want to achieve. Example, like if you have something, if you want to say, tell your agent for saying, okay, please analyze my code in this production org and give me if there are any issues. So in order to do that, you need to have your thing connected, and you have all those components like getting in a local. But yeah, I mean, you can connect. Right now I was connected to Sandbox,
Sandbox.
so you can connect to anything. It all depends on what kind of actions do you want, because you can't really, example, a few actions which you can't take. Example, if you want to save your class to production, you can't really make direct changes to in production directly. So you need to have the from another org. So things like that. So, but if you want to take specific actions, like okay, do this, do that, then you can do that. But it all depends what kind of actions you want to take. Yeah, it can be connected to production too. Yeah. Anyone? Anyone have any other questions? I see there are a few people online.
I guess one question I had
Yeah.
was how different is it from GitHub Copilot? Like now, even in VS Code, you can integrate that and use that. How different is it from?
So Agentforce is like mainly tailored for Salesforce. So like if you want to do any, if you want to take specific actions on Salesforce, like if you want to do any, right, actually, have you guys used the cursor or cloud code, the cloud the so they are like, these are all like tools like this which you can use to write the code. So they are like mainly tailored, but Agentforce is like basically it knows all the components of your Salesforce org, and it is like tailored towards Salesforce. So if you want to do any Salesforce development, example Lightning Web Components, it has like specific pattern how you write the code, which may not be same as generic code which we have example JavaScript and all. So Agentforce is like basically tailored to like Salesforce related development. So and to increase the developers efficiency, developers or admins or even BAs. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And this is using like Opus 4.5 or it's ChatGPT or
I think you will have an opportunity to pick your LLMs. Yes. So it all depends how you want to do it. But I think yeah, you can use cloud. I think the one we saw that was using cloud, I guess. But that's you definitely have an opportunity to pick and choose what LLMs you want to choose. Yeah,
oh,
pick. Yeah.
and so with the payments, would that be going through Salesforce or we have to apply the API from cloud?
So the thing is that like you will have your I think it goes with like what kind of account you have your organization have it with Salesforce, but usually yeah you go with Agentforce and internally they handle that. So you just need to buy Agentforce and that's it. They will internally take care of other things. Yeah.
Because my org has a cloud API, but I
Okay.
don't know if we can. I didn't know if we could insert it or we have to go through our AE to get.
Yeah, I think you'll have to go through your AE for sure. Yeah, because even we are working on that right now. Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. Uh, Aisha has used Agentforce like literally. She has been using for a long time now. I think she's the one who built products for the first, even before me. She wrote few things. So, but yeah, I mean, because like she was the first one who wrote like real time projects in which is in production, I guess, right? But yeah, that's true.
There are a lot of models it's being included every time.
Right.
Like ChatGPT, Omni, and now they are exploring on the Cloud API. But
Right.
I'm not sure it is readily available, but there is a beta version.
Right.
I believe you can
Right.
speak with your account executive
Right.
to see if there's included in the package.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Okay, if are there any questions online? If not, I
Yeah,
think
yeah.
we. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, please. Thank you. First of all, this is
Uh huh.
Jefferson.
Yeah.
I believe that I would ask a similar question that our colleague asked. This is regarding when we are using Agentforce Vibe, are there any limitation or token usage based quotas that the customer or should watch out for to avoid increase their costs? I mean, and also can we track the credits that we have because there is a panel in the account organization your account actually where we can
Mhm.
track some values related to our contract our clients contract with Salesforce and there when we are working with agent AI prompt and so on we have some limitations or some quotas free. Do we have these as well for Agent Force Vibes?
Yeah, actually, the question which you asked, I think these are the conversations which we'll have to have with your account executives because every contract is different
Mm-hmm.
and the features they're
Mm-hmm.
going to provide is different. But talking about Agent Force Vibes, this is a kind of like premium version. So basically, you can use Agent Force right now for free. But like there
Mm-hmm.
are some limitations, like how many interactions which you can do. But right now
Yeah.
it's free. You can just go right now,
Mm-hmm.
use it. But if you want more than that, more than what it's needed, or more features, or more interactions, then yeah, I think you'll have to get in touch with your AE. And based on the kind of contract which you have, I think I'm not the right person to talk about it because
Yeah, yeah, sure.
everyone has different contract. But yeah, right now, in order to use Agent Force, you don't have to. You can just go and use that right away. Yeah,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
without
yeah.
cost.
I would like just to get
Right.
or from your experience, what did you get so far? And if you or other guys here already face some issues or some concerns about use of these tools, because about the agent force in the platform as well for sales or service, I mean already um, more acknowledge. I already saw something about this, but agent force vibes, I'm not sure. But I
Yeah,
will talk with the
yeah, I think yeah, it's better you have a conversation with your AE and like regarding the issues, right? Because right now, although it's helping you to write the code, but yeah, I mean, you can't really blindly copy and paste the code. I think you'll have to definitely give like extra look into the code what Agent Force has written. yeah, you can't, I mean, we are not there yet wherein like you can just blindly approve the changes. You'll definitely have to take a look and give like extra or use extra set of eyes to make sure that whatever the agent force has given us, use that as a template. Or sometimes it could be the exact code you're looking for, but sometimes it might need some changes. If you need changes, either you can do it by yourself, or either you can just have a conversation with agent force saying that, okay, I didn't want this, can you make this change? Agent force, right, that will help you out to make necessary corrective changes, and it will give you the next set of code. But yeah, it's definitely doable with the proper prompts. I think the best or most important thing is the prompts. The better prompts you're gonna have, the better results you're gonna get.
Yeah, all right. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no problem. You're welcome. Yeah. So yeah, so if this is it, then I think like I am gonna go ahead and thank you so much for joining today. And yeah, so I think like we do have, I think like I'm gonna let Justinia handle this. So we have this vouchers, Salesforce certification vouchers, which we're planning to give depending on like number of people. So how do you wanna do it? Like, do you wanna do like wrap? I think we have three of them. So I will let you handle that. However you wanna manage it. Maybe you wanna take like raffle and like get names and everything. So yeah,
that's a good idea. We could do a
yeah, yeah. Or so first of all, I would like to say thank you for whoever joined online here, and hopefully I will see you guys in person one day. But thank you so much for joining.
Thank you very much. I will go to TDX. So if you go there, I that will be a pleasure to me meet you.